What is going on, guys? It's your boy Carnage, and this is going to be a short video tutorial on how to play PvP in Age of Empires Online project Celeste. I've seen so many people who are having troubles playing PvP because they either don't know how to start a game at all, or if they do, they're having troubles connecting to people. It's always saying fail to launch game. So if you're one of those guys, this video is for you. So first of all, I'm just assuming for this video that you have already installed the game and that it's running perfectly fine. If you're having trouble with that, then there's another tutorial for you to watch. So the very first thing that you want to do is, in the launcher of the game, you want to click on Tools, you want to go to Game Scan, then you want to checkmark the beta and then run a game scan. The next thing that you want to do, and not everybody needs to do this step, for some of you it might be working fine by default, but if you are having trouble playing PvP and you're not able to connect to people because it always says fail to launch game, then there's two things that you need to do. First of all, you need to allow the game in your firewall, and second of all, you need to open ports 1000 to 1005 UDP in both your firewall and your router. If you don't know how to do that, then there's once again another tutorial for you to watch, or you can just Google it. Trust me, it's fairly easy to do. It sounds a lot more complicated than it is. Once you've done all that and you're done with the technical stuff, then you're good to go and you can start the game. You can open the game, you click on play, you select your civilization, and there we go. It should then redirect you to your personal home city. The next thing that you want to do is you want to go on options in the game menu over here, and then there's a lot of stuff that you might want to look at. First of all, in the UI options, training and tech progress. It's very helpful to checkmark that because it shows you everything that you are training or researching and how far it is progressed. Show game time, also very useful, so checkmark that. Enable friend or foe colors. It's up to your personal preference. If you want every player in the game to have a different color, or if you prefer the classic enemies red and allies blue. Show health bars. I've got it on always. I think that's very helpful for micro. You can pull back the hurt units better and stuff like that. But you can also put it on never or on just shown when holding down the Alt key. Find hotkey snap to unit. It's something that I personally use. I find it's very useful, but not everybody likes it. It basically means that if you use a find hotkey, for example find barracks, it doesn't only select the barracks, but it also snaps the camera right to the barracks. Snap to unit threshold is not working at the moment, so don't even bother trying to do something over here. It won't change anything. Show vanity gear. It's also up to your personal preference if you want to see the vanity gear of your opponent or not, but don't worry. Gear does not have any effect on PvP in this game. It's just visual stuff, so it doesn't make your opponent's units any better or whatever. One-click garrison, something that I use as well. I think it's very helpful. It allows you to garrison units into the town center or a tower or a fortress by just right-clicking on it, instead of having to hold down the Alt key and then right-click. Camera and chat, enable easy drag military. Very helpful in my opinion. It allows you to drag box only military units. If you have a check marked, drag boxing will not select villagers and it will not select herdables, so it will only select military units. Scroll speed, up to your personal preference once again. Then allow camera rotation. You want to check mark that to be able to rotate the camera, which you then do by holding down the shift key and using the mouse wheel. Camera acceleration time, also up to your personal preference, as well as the graphic options of course, and the sound options. Next up is the hotkeys. Click on hotkeys and then you can customize every single hotkey in the game. Of course, ideally you want to customize and use every single hotkey there is, but you know, the most important stuff is probably the unit control hotkeys for things like stop command, attack move, packing and unpacking siege units, ejecting garrison units. Then you got the control groups, one of the most important and crucial things. Find unit hotkeys, and of course the building construction hotkeys. And then you also have the hotkeys for every single building of every single civilization in the game. For example, take the Greek barracks, you got the spearman, the hyperspist and the hoplite. It's on ASD, and I believe that every building has the hotkeys A, S, D, F and G as the default. One last thing, you want to checkmark allow conflicts, which allows you to have the same hotkey for multiple things. Now, if you've done all that, then you're finally really good to go to play PvP. In Age of Empires Online, there's two ways to play PvP. The first one is to play custom games in your personal arena, which is this building in your capital city over here. This building with the tough looking guy in front of it. If you play as the Persians, the Norse or the Babylonians, this building is in your capital city by default. If you're playing as Greeks, Egypt or Celts, then you're starting at level 1 or 3 if you skip the tutorial, and then you have to get the building manually. To get the building, you need to be level 3, so ideally you would just want to skip tutorial, and then you click on the quest map over here and you go to the Sparta region. Once you're there, this guy over here with the white question mark over his head will want to talk to you, so do that, and he will give you a blueprint for the arena, which then goes to your inventory, which is over here, the little crate. The inventory will, the blueprint will then be somewhere in the inventory. You then go back to your capital city, and you can use the blueprint to build the arena wherever you want in your capital city. Once it's built, you're good to go. You can just click on the building and you can start a custom game. You will want to invite the players to your party. You do that by either clicking on the name in the chat and then clicking invite, or you can just type invite and the name of the player and then hit enter, and he will be invited to your party. Once the party is good to go, you can then choose the teams, like put yourself in team 1, your opponent in team 2, or 2 guys if you want to play a 2v2. And you can also have a spectator, which you will want to just leave in the middle. The maximum amount of players in the PvP party is 5 guys, so the maximum you can do is play a 2v2 and have 1 spectator, for example. You then want to check mark champion mode, which is very important. Don't forget that, because champion mode is the mode that everybody plays, in which levels and gear don't matter, so everything is balanced. And then you choose the map, and then you just press begin PvP and you're good to go. The second way to play PvP is ranked matchmaking. You want to go to Sparta for that, the same region that you just got your arena from, and then you want to go to this huge building in the middle of Sparta, which is the Spartan arena, which is basically just matchmaking and leaderboards. Champion mode, once again, I think it's always checkmarked by default, so you don't have to do anything over here. 1v1, you can also play 2v2, but not many people play that at the moment, so just stick to 1v1 for the moment. And then click on quick match. And it will match you with a random opponent for a ranked game, and then you can hopefully climb the leaderboards as high as you possibly can. Yeah, I think that's about it. There's not much more to talk about, I think. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful to you and you're now ready to go and play some PvP and enjoy the awesome gameplay that Age of Empires Online has to offer. Yeah, see you in the next video, guys, and also see you in Sparta on the leaderboards. Peace.